Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy X. Probably be a shorter episode this one. I've got like an hour to kill before, but we're going to go through that tender scene again, aren't we? Because I ruined it with Blitzball. This time we're not on the exercise bike, nor drinking. We're just sat here for as I say, probably a shorter one. If this is your first one, it's not so much let's play Final Fantasy X as let's deconstruct it. So if this is your first rodeo, maybe this might not be the best let's play to start with. Although, as I said last time, I don't know if it ever is the best let's play.
Only you, sir. I want to fight too.
Orders are orders.
I'm not a cadet anymore, sir.
I'm sorry. Can I skip through this?
Let me go with you and I'll prove it
No.
to them.
Guarding the command center is important too.
But I came all the way from Bhed to fight Sin, sir.
I know, but an order's an order. To your post, Crusader.
But, sir!
They let you through, huh?
Kata deserves better.
At least there's no chance he'll get hurt. Why are you guys fighting anyway? Aren't the almighty Bhed Machina enough?
They still need some time to get them ready. Our job is to keep Sin at bay till they're done. Waka. I might not get another chance to say this. It's about your brother.
Luzu, no!
What?
I'm the one who convinced him to enlist. I'm sorry.
Waka! That's enough, Waka!
When we used to play Blitz together, Chapu used to say. He said that when we won the cup, yeah, he proposed to Lulu.
And as I said last time, they haven't won in 20 years. This is also monumentally unfair on
So he
Lulu.
becomes a Crusader, just like that.
Chapu also said to me that being with your girl is good. But keeping Sin far away from her is better.
Lou, you knew?
Luzu told me before we left.
She hit me too.
All Crusaders in the Vanguard are to assemble on the beach.
That's my cue.
Luzu, don't die out there.
So you can hit me more?
Lots more.
Suluzu, please. Please don't go.
I have to, Yuna.
Let him go. The man has already chosen his path. As you did when you became a summoner.
It would be a long time before I ever really understood the reason why Yuna let Luzu pass that day.
Right, fantastic. And this time we will not play Blitzball since we got absolutely resolutely trounced last time. Excuse me. Now, if memory serves, we are going to be spending a lot of time in cutscenes here. Okay. I mean, I know we always spend a lot of time in cutscenes in this game, but particularly this bit. Right, are we... Oh, okay.
Curses. Ow! Ugh.
He really hates them, huh?
Chapu. He left the sword Waka gave him in Bhed. And he fought with an Bhed Machina weapon instead.
That's got nothing to do with it. I just hate these sacrilegious contraptions.
Well, yeah, very good. Looks like we don't have any enemies around here. Hello. Yes, very good. Can I can't remember how you recruit people in this. Like, but there's people you can recruit for your Blitzball team.
It won't work anyway.
Don't say that. It might be a hopeless campaign. And it might mean defying Yavin. But the Crusaders and the Bhed, they're doing their best to defeat sin. They want to rid Spira of sin forever. And that's just what we want too. isn't it?
I mean, that's just weird voice. I don't even really know the reason why that's so bad.
All right. But I still think Mackinac are bad news. They're forbidden for a reason.
Lady Summoner, there you are. The command center is that way. Maester Keenock is also there.
Maester Keenock too?
Yes. Please, hurry, my lady.
Crazy town. Right. I guess there's not going to be too many people to recruit here, really, is there? So. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. That person should be here fighting, but whatever.
Monopoly's a great thing. Oops.
Wow, okay. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? Stone touch, amazing when it works, which is likely to be never. I think it also might not give you the any items or drops if you use that. So maybe that's not the best. We could, but I don't really care, honestly.
The operation will begin shortly. Please check all your equipment.
You all right?
Of course not. I came here to fight sin. But they stick me here.
If you want to prove yourself.
Huh?
First, you must complete the tasks you are given.
Yeah. Oh, is this the command center?
Oh. I had heard from Seymour, but I didn't know if we'd actually meet. Good to see you, Oren. 10 years, is it?
That's Wen Keenock, one of the 4 maesters of Yevon. He leads the warrior monks, and also commands the Crusaders.
All troops ready to move at your command, sir.
Good. Dismissed.
Sir.
Tell me, Oren, where have you been the last 10 years?
We don't have time for this now, do we?
This plan won't work. You know that. We'll just let them dream a little longer.
What?
Lord Keenock.
Oh, yes. Proceed.
Firstly, I'm not really sure I like the voice.
Keenock, a maester?
heard that, Oren. A lot has happened the last 10 years. What were you doing and where?
Fulfilling a promise I made to a friend. I still am.
Just tell me one thing. Have you seen Zanarkand?
I kinda think we don't belong here.
It is time at last. We must tell the Bhed waiting outside to begin the operation at once. The fiends may break through. This place is not safe. Make sure you're prepared to defend yourselves. Tell me when you're ready.
Cool. Right, well, hello, Kamari. I don't necessarily want to speak to you if I could be speaking to the others.
Anything could happen. Make sure you're ready for combat.
Yes, ma'am. Mega.
I'm a little nervous.
I'll show you what.
Go to Yuna.
It's not him I have to speak to. No. Sure. Back off.
With them here, it's like Yevon
Authorizes the whole operation. Right. We'll have one last chat with Yuna, but I think she's just going to say she's nervous.
I'm nervous.
Serene Bracer, is that actually worth equipping? Oh, he's already got one. Maybe get another one that's even better. He does get one that's even better, so let's give him that.
Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Please hurry. Are you ready? Mr. Keenock, please.
Will Sin come?
Sin always returns for its spawn. To make sure, we're going to encourage them to call out to it.
You won't have to. It'll come.
I remembered Oren telling me. Sin is my old man. Sin is checked.
Right, it's the exciting bit, so we can put that pad down. Oh no, do we actually have a combat section? Oh, fantastic. Didn't feel like it made much narrative sense, but whatever. Right, okay. Firstly, can we get Lulu in? She does have an overdrive, fine. Attacks with both arms, blocks attacks with both arms, right, okay. Sin Spawn graphical user interface. Should we break the pad? I guess it is a boss, right? Nope. Which one? It's this one. Okay, that's lousy. You really do. You have to absolutely bloody tan it to do that. Right, Kamari. I think I would rather just get Yuna in. Probably just straight up summon Valor. I think Valor can hit everything. Yeah, so Sonic Wings only hits that. Attack, okay. Oh, did it say what's that then? Sure, why not? Okay, cool. Immune. That's good to know. The head is moving suspiciously. Right, well. If we go for the arms. Arms are immune as well. Yeah. Right, so we can't delay its turn, so we might as well just attack that. Right, okay, well, sucks to be you, Valor. Like I don't really remember any of these fights if it wasn't abundantly clear already. I think what we will do is get Tidus in, because the sooner we get a haste on Yuna, the easier this will go. Right. I think we'll swap you out for Kamari. Very good. In fact, I actually think Kamari might be a reasonable candidate to just keep attacking here. Ooh, that was nasty. The head is moving suspiciously, so people who are immune to poison would be nice. Kamari, can you hit that? And then we'll get Whacker. Get Lulu up. Although I don't know if this is going to make much difference, because if she hasn't got poison immune. Okay. Right. Can you... Where did you hit the head? Oh, out of range. Ah, right, okay, so we're gonna want Whacker. Yeah, you know what, just hit it. It's a good solid hit. Guess it's some sort of counter attack thing. You need to be attacking this thing. You have overdrive. Ronso Rage. Can you see cannon this? Okay. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right. Lulu will come out and let's get some... I think we'll go with just normal heals first. Oh, you get two of them. No, let's. Cool. Okay. Fantastic. What's Lulu? But actually, Lulu, just use a high potion on yourself. Very nice. Whacker, if you go for the head, is it going to counter attack? Oh, the head stops moving if he. Right, okay. Not what I anticipated happening, but whatever. Okay. Ugh. Right. Out. Comes on. Hit. Good solid hit. Fortunately, it looks like it's not just us who are going to do good solid hits. Kill that. Right. Lulu, come out for Alan. Seen that one coming. Can we cure Alonso? Cure Island, so twice. Can we get you out? And can we haste our answer? Yes, of course they did. Right, okay. If I may say, that was a rather underwhelming power thing, or whatever. You know you've probably got stuff coming in, so heal Tidus. Come back out and have power on. Yeah, haste yourself, why not? Sounds. There's a bunch of mice. Oh, cool. Oh, congratulations, Tidus. Brilliant. The first time, I say I don't remember this and I don't remember the details of the fight. The first time I fought this enemy, I quite enjoyed that boss battle. I remember liking, as I say, the boss fights, just not the other things. This is this is a cutscene. it's another one of these cutscenes that I sort of feel is like were created in isolation, and then the game almost sort of, the rest of it is just sort of threaded around them.
Look out!
Stand back, Lady Yuna.
Yes.
What was it? Okay. I mean, if you've got that, then maybe. God, the fucking controls. Right. Okay, at least I don't have to worry about that one this time. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me in the backside later. I just don't really want to give Seymour too much satisfaction. Right, well anyway, okay, it's fairly ineffectual. Right, well for time-wise I would definitely be better off just letting Seymour deal with it, but whatever. Oh, that's unfortunate. But That was a pretty tidy amount of damage there, so well done Ifrit. We might just about manage to do this on our own. No, guess not. How much have we... No, okay. Even, well, if he keeps casting Demi, then we might be alright. But anything else is likely to be a problem. Although it could be another one of these interactions where it's sort of scripted, that because it sees we're on low health, nope. Dream on. Well. No, it was well, big hit. That's the one. Characters having many different models. Yuna looks like that in anything else. Fine.
What's going on? Why? What? What's going on?
Don't you run away from me!
Everyone, stand back! I'll summon!
You won't hurt it. Your powers are still too weak.
But I must do something.
You can't.
I have no idea what I was thinking when I ran after Sin that day. Before I knew what I was doing, there I was, chasing him down like a thief at market. Maybe I was angry. Maybe I wanted to go home. I kept thinking of Xanarkand and my old man.
What?
They say you don't practice anymore. That you're gonna retire.
Let them talk. I'm still the best.
They say you're no good because you drink all the time.
I can quit drinking whenever I want.
Then do it now.
What did you say?
You just said you can.
Tomorrow, maybe.
Why not today?
Why do today what you can leave for tomorrow? There he goes again, crying.
I thought I sensed my old man there. Somewhere. Or maybe it was just Sin's toxin playing tricks on my mind. How many died today? People die and Yuna dances. When will she stop dancing? When will it stop? Yuna won't stop dancing. Not until Sin is gone. Those were my thoughts then, I think.
I see you're still here.
Huh?
Many stories ended here today. But yours goes on, I see.
What? Sin had come and gone, but I remained here.
Yes. Right, thank God there's a save point. Not because it's not good, but because it's just, it is late. And I need to wind this down a little bit.
You were in contact with Sin again. The toxin. Are you okay?
Yeah, no, just leave it right there. That sort of sequence, I think it's okay. A lot of the incredibly big, flashy, what I'm going to call sort of Dragon Ball Z style explosive cutscenes, I don't know. I mean, like I often think that, like, when you have these massive things with huge explosions, it kind of undermines the you're playing a dude with the sword element of it, which I guess is the aim, to show the scale and scope of what's going on. But it seems a little bit bombastic there. I'm not quite sure the order of events in there when you. Well, maybe it's like that. It's hard to know. It's weird. The things I remembered from my first playthrough of this game all those years ago, like, obviously, I mean, I've said before, there's a sort of personal element to it, but the things with Jecht stuck with me. A lot of things with Lulu and Waka and Chapu stuck with me. But the bits involving Seymour and the Church of Yevon, like, they didn't live long in the memory. And Final Fantasy X, something actually it shares very much with Clair Obscur, and I'm not as fond of it in Clair Obscur, which, maybe says something about where I am at this point in terms of what I enjoy in games. They've got a very dreamlike quality. Obviously, both sort of games are leaning into that in a different way, in terms of like how they're that they're telling their story, but they have this sort of dreamlike fogginess to their plots. You know, in a way that I actually like. I don't think. Like, I mean, I know I bring up Final Fantasy VII all the time, but Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy VI, which I know less well, have got a much sort of a much like clearer definition of what happens. I think the world map helps. I think that there's a real sense of place in those games. That whereas in this, it's sort of a bit. It's a bit sort of murkier because you don't have that same orientation. Which is not to say, by the way, that all that is bad, because what Final Fantasy X did, and I feel this especially in it, again, it comes back to, amongst other things, the use of colour and things like this, and the patterns of things, that like there's a very real sense of progression in the journey when you're in it. Like, areas are layered and a sort of like that passage through the game, like the environment telling its own narrative. I think it's really good. I think it's really impactful when you're playing it. But again, this dreamlike quality, it doesn't tend to last in the memory, many of these places. At least in my view. Would it be better if these places did last more in the memory, or like, you know, were there was more definition of to where you were and how you were progressing? I'm not sure. I mean, it's it feels like that's a very stylistic choice. I would be tempted to say that doing it the world map way is the easier way. I don't think this way, or I'm going to compare 10 and 7 in this regard. I don't think that either approach is better or worse, but I do think that if you use a world map in the way that's, you know, a 7 or a 9 uses theirs, it does let you anchor locations into the world in a different way. It makes things a lot clearer. The time that 10 spends with its map, I'm really not sure. So yes, there's that. The combat we've, you know, kind of discussed. There's that battle sequence with Seymour in. Again, to me, it feels like that's kind of like a Final Fantasy VII throwback, you know, to your flashback sequences in Nibelheim with Sephiroth. I don't know quite what that achieved there. What was that meant to make us think? Like, again, it's one of these things of like, are you going to do you want to showcase from the start that your, enemy, that somebody is going to be the big evil problem person? Or is that something like that you want to be a twist? Because the way the music is just immediately turns minor, and sinister as soon as he comes on screen. Like, it's like you're not going to kid me that this person is a member of the party. So it just seems like a bit of a kind of hollow decision. As I say, I'm not a big fan of Seymour. I don't think, like, another example, like, in terms of this, bear in mind that I've obviously I played this game 20 years ago, but I also played it like 3 years ago in lockdown. Like, I know that Seymour ends up being like this sort of big bad, but I can't remember like any of his motivations for why he's doing it, or really even what he does. It just doesn't live long in the memory. Which again comes down to this sort of dreamlike quality the game has. But I think it's a dreamlike quality with some really good ideas and characterization in it. Some really, really good art direction in places, and with respect to this, if we're talking about developing our own sort of indie games, with like a multi-million-pound budget, and having stood on the shoulders of giants in being part of the Final Fantasy franchise, at a time when it was still, I don't know quite what the word I'm looking for, and innovative is perhaps not the word, but perhaps like sort of market leading. If you're doing a new game, particularly, I think if you're like doing an indie game, although a lot of these things I would equally apply to something, to Claire Obscure, which, as we've said before, is not even remotely indie. If you're going to make something really dreamlike and something where it is about the sort of the experience in the moment but not living long in the memory, that's a riskier path to tread, I think. The other thing I suppose I would say with it is that, like, if you are going to do that, one of the lessons I would definitely take from this is you've got to have a really good relationship and understanding with your art department. If you go in dreamlike, then like things like colour, things like, all these the contrast of locations, the visual journey. You know, you really need to be top of your game with that. And if you're a very small team, or, you know, if you are, you know, 2 or 3 people, or like, you know, like myself, you're like predominantly a solo dev, and you're not primarily an artist. You know, it's. I think it needs it needs a visual artist, like, really front and center, if you're going to do that. But yeah, right. Anyway, I ended up talking for ages. Anyway, having begged for a save point. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.